a step outside and seize the day now.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Today is January 9th, 2021. This is my first official video of 2021 and I'm super excited because as part of my resolution, I'm hoping to focus more on YouTube. So that means posting more. I actually have a list of recordings that a list of topics that I'm going to be recording, and so I'm extremely excited to be able to do this year. I will be posting 2 videos a week, one on Saturday and one on Tuesday is my goal, so I hope you guys like it. Last year I ended my year with a God Has a Plan video, and some of you guys seem to like it, so I'm hoping this how-to video section of topic is going to be interesting to you guys. As the title says, I'll be talking about how to meet a godly man, especially in this day and age, and so I hope you guys like this video. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below. It's just a click of a button. It helps me know that you like my content and you guys don't get to miss any of the content that I'll be coming out with. And so I'm hoping you guys are liking the content, and that will encourage me hopefully to make more of the similar style. And I hope you guys have had a good 2021. 2020 wasn't the best year, but 2020, let's do this. I know we haven't started off the strongest, but let's do this. So with that little ramble, let's get on to the video. Before I start, I just want to say I do have notes, so if you see me looking down, it's because I am making sure that I don't forget any of the notes. So I have 4 main points on how to meet a godly guy, and I'm sure you guys have thought about these types of stuff, so hopefully none of this is new to you, but if it is, I'm glad that I'm able to help you in any way. If you have any questions, like I said, make sure to comment, or if you need to talk, I tend to answer within 24 hours. So I hope that is a good enough time frame. So, step 1. Before you even try to meet the person, you want to be able to know yourself. Before you date a person, you want to know that you yourself are stable. Stable is not the best way of saying it, but that's the best word that comes to mind. And so you want to know what qualities you're looking for. And when I say qualities, I'm not talking about physical qualities, I'm talking about what's inside. And so make sure you're looking at the whole, not just at the outside, you know. And so you want to maybe just writing down a list of what a godly man looks like to you that could help you decide what exactly you are looking for. And so when I say you want to know exactly what you want, I mean that do you want someone that you can change into being a Christian, or do you want someone that is already a Christian? Do you want somebody who follows this part of the Bible versus that part of the Bible? Do you want somebody who is more of a, oh, I'm a Christian but I don't go to church, or I go to church and I don't follow any of the laws? So you have to make sure that you know what you want. And so that's the very first step. If you know what you want, you won't settle for less. And so you want to make sure that you know what you want and that you yourself have accepted God into your own life. So are you just like them? Are you a fake Christian, or are you accepting God into your life fully, and that with his help you're ready to make a commitment to your significant other or potential significant other? The second part is location. So how do you meet a godly man? The first location is super obvious. You go to church. And I know everybody like says that, but it is really true. It might be the person that you're sitting next to, that's your significant other, like the person next to you on the pew. It might be the Sunday school teacher that you help out, or that this person helps out like in Sunday school with. It might be, I don't know how like you guys, depending on your religion, I don't know how the churches go, but it might just be somebody that helps up at the altar, an altar boy. And so you just want to make sure that like you look everywhere in church, because most of the time people who take the time to go to church and listen to God's word every Sunday, or Saturday, depending on when you go, they tend to be in it for God himself, not for the recognition. Secondly is you can find them in a small group. So joining a small like Bible study group, or just a small like Christian study, not study, but like a small Christian group, is a good way to find a godly man. So one example was a bunch of my friends. Whenever I was an undergraduate, we all took a summer Bible study course. Not course, but we all did a summer Bible study. And I know a lot of people from that Bible study ended up like getting together, married now. And so there's so many different ways of like forming that study. I stuck to mainly female Bible studies over the school year, but summertime it was a mixed gendered Bible study, and so doing something like that could really help you find somebody. You guys can talk about the word, you guys can discuss, argue, whatever, if you don't agree on the other person's opinion, and that is one way of finding a godly man. The next location is actually just by going to school. I actually met my husband at school. And I'm not afraid to say that I'm very headstrong, and if I believe in something, I am going to talk about it to death. If you don't care about it and you want to not listen, I will be your friend, but I will not lower down my standards for you. If you don't want me to talk about it, I will still talk about it. And then normally they decide that they're tired of talking to me, but that's not my fault. I'm allowed to my own opinions. So is everybody else. But my husband was a TA during my first year, and so my second year we started talking, and we just realized that we like had so much in common, and religious wise, like we are not the same religion. Well, we're not the same religion, but we both knew God, and we both wanted to be closer to God and learn more about God. And so that in and of itself like got me to like loosen up my standards, because in my head I was like, I'm not dating a chemist. No, not gonna happen. And so that is, again, people say you plan, God laugh. And so I just think that finding somebody at school is probably the easiest way of going about it, since you will most likely have to talk to people for class projects and all that. The best way is through class, and the easiest way too, because you have more time to talk. The last way of finding a guy is through your friend group. It's as simple as that. Surround yourself with people that have the same mindset as you. That's not to say you can't be friends with others, but your group has the same mindset, the same values as you. You are more likely to stay on that path and meet people to go out with that are also following the same path. So a friend of a friend, or a friend that joins the friend group, can always be that one person that you need in your life to go out with. And I know this I guess it's called How to Find a Godly Man, but this also applies for women. So how to find a godly man or woman, really. I'm just saying man because that's what I've had experience with. And if you're a guy and you're looking for a girl, this video can also help. How to find a godly man, how to find a godly woman. You use the same steps, basically. And then lastly is to be the type of person you want your significant other to be. So it's that simple. I'm not trying to be very like rude or crass here. This is where I know it's gonna get controversial, but if you are just like dressing up in the most derogatory manner, I'll just go with that. That's what you're gonna attract most of the time. You're not gonna find a godly guy that's gonna be like, oh, look, she's wearing see-through everything, I'm gonna go out with her. That's not how it works. And so you need to make sure that you're going through and thinking through all your choices. You want to make sure that you're preparing yourself, like even like health-wise, like your body is a temple, so you need to be able to like get yourself healthy. You need to be able to get yourself mentally healthy, and you just need to be the woman that you want to attract, if that makes sense. Be the type of woman you want to attract in a man. There we go. And so I hope that part made sense. And again, I'm not trying to come from for anybody. Sometimes I like to wear like crop tops and lacy bralettes. I always like cover it somehow. But you know, just be more mindful of what you wear. Be more conservative of what you wear. And lastly, how to find a godly man. It's not really a how, it's more of a what you need to do. You need to be wise and very knowledgeable. Sorry. And so by that I mean, when it comes to the Bible, make sure you know what the Bible says. I cannot say that I knew 100% what the Bible said, but you want to make sure that you know what it says and be able to defend your views and what you think and why you think a certain way. And so when it comes to dating, if you're not in that mindset, if you're not ready to defend the Bible, you probably can't be ready to date. And I'm saying that last part with a grain of salt. I didn't know the Bible, but that's how I was raised. I was just raised to go to church and pray. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you need to learn the Bible just a little bit more in order to know what is asked of you as a woman of God, as a child of God, not even a woman, as a child of God. And so I know that like you need to be able to defend your views, the Bible's views, and why you think a certain way. I want to leave it off with this quote from Proverbs 24, verse 3. A house built by wisdom and becomes strong through good sense. A house is built by wisdom and becomes strong with good sense. And so, again, that goes with the part where I said you need to be wise and knowledgeable about the Bible. And so if you are, you'll be able to like grow better in your relationship, in trying to find a person with the same values and everything in general. Lastly, and everybody knows this, is that everything happens in God's time. If He has a plan for you and it doesn't include a significant other at this very moment, just don't rush it. That's it. Like, don't rush it. Just let it happen naturally. I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below, comment down if you've ever met that godly man, and if you have, where you found him. And make sure, like I said, make sure you subscribe to get more videos like this. See you next time. Bye.